There are growing calls for a more strategic approach to local content in Nigeria's oil and gas sector, following a two-day summit organized by Vanguard newspaper, the Delta State government and the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. The event, which held on March 19 and 20th at PTI Conference Center, focused on the theme Local Content Global Impact, Catalyzing Nigerian Expertise for National Growth.
Vanguard decided to undertake this initiative in furtherance of the newspaper's motto, towards a better life for the people. The road is long, the journey is far, and that is one of the reasons why this conference was brought about, to identify further challenges and initiate action towards ensuring that more and more of our people.
The Nigerian Content Development Fund, established by the Act and managed by the board, should extend its hand to bailing out indigenous companies by operating a kind of revolving loan to indigenous companies to enable them actively participate in the oil and gas sectors of the Nigeria economies. The government said no companies should use foreigners again. We should use our indigenous companies, our consultants, our citizens who are be trained and developed. So there is need for our indigenous companies to be certified against ISO 9001, ISO 40001, and even ISO 45001.
Key figures from Nigeria's oil and gas industry, including representatives from the Warri Chamber of Commerce, Tantita Security Services, Lee Engineering, Pandef, UTM LNG, Nigeria, discussed the critical role of local content in driving economic diversification.
I'm a Nigerian. I was opportune to work in Qatar. If you are qualified, you are qualified. So what you need to do, especially the young people that are here, develop your competency in such a way that you can be useful anywhere in the world. You are not competing with your neighbor, no. You are competing, especially the young people on the social media age, technology age. You are competing with your fellow person in China, in Brazil.
In 2011, we after the enactment of the Nigerian JQS Act, there were so many projects like the Okirika Jetty that before then, they were supposed to be executed by international service providers like Saipem Dewo. But after the enactment, that particular project, through competitive bidding, Lee Engineering won, and we were given a chance as an indigenous company to execute that particular project.
Presently, we're doing a lot to ensure that not only in the oil and gas industry, in other areas, that we help Nigerians we network with them, we do advocacy, some improves on level of credibility and patronage between companies, between entrepreneurs, between governments, and so on and so forth.
Delta State Governor Sheriff Oboriwori, represented by the State Commissioner for Oil and Gas, Peter Wiejitobo, emphasized the importance of local content for industrialization and technological progress.
The oil and gas industry is not just the cornerstone of our economy, but also a critical driver of Nigeria's aspiration for industrialization, technological advancement, and self-sufficiency. Through strategic implementation of local content policies, we can not only foster sustainable growth within the sector, but also promote national pride, ownership, sustainable oil companies, host communities, relationship, peace, and economic diversification.
Also speaking, the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, Felix Ogbe, emphasized that local content extends beyond prioritizing Nigerian companies. He stated it involves building capacity, creating jobs, and ensuring growth while meeting international standards.
I want to categorically state that local content should never be at the expense of global standards. Rather, it should be a means of ensuring that indigenous companies develop the technical competence to compete at the highest level. Ladies and gentlemen, local content is a catalyst for economic transformation. It is not about exclusion. It is about inclusion. It is not about mediocrity. It is about excellence. It is not about short-term gain. It is about long-term sustainability. As we continue to implement and refine our local content law, let us do so with a commitment to global competitiveness, collaborative partnership, and unwavering adherence to international standards.
The summit ended with a unified call for increased collaboration between industry players, governments, and stakeholders to unlock the full potential of Nigeria's oil and gas sector.